Chairman Style, Ranking Member Morelli, and members of the Committee on House Administration. My name is Derf Johnson, Deputy Director of the Montana Environmental Information Center. Thank you for the opportunity to offer my experience with foreign interference in U.S. elections today. I share your goal in assuring that Americans hold confidence in our electoral system. My comments will focus on the interference of an Australian corporation in a Montana ballot initiative. As a native Montanan, I hold a common sentiment of caring for and valuing the land we call home. Montana is the site of America's first national park and a robust flora and fauna that existed at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. It is the setting of a river runs through it, which aptly summarized many Montanan sympathies of no clear line between religion and fly fishing. Since territorial days, Montana has suffered from exploitation and corruption, owing in large part to a mineral wealth and high interest in corporate profiteering. This turn-of-the-century stranglehold is often referred to in Montana as the copper collar, referencing the enormous control of Butte's copper barons and their exertion of political power over our media, our business, and our politics. Even today, Montana is vulnerable to unwarranted corporate and political influence. Our small population, our cheap media market, and interest from corporations in our natural resources can often lead to our local interests being trammeled. Over the centuries, Montana has also had an unfortunate relationship with hard rock mining. From the Berkeley Pit, the U.S.'s largest Superfund site, to the more recent developments such as Montana Tunnels, a defunct mine just south of my home, which is now insufficiently bonded at $20 million in bankruptcy and responsible for destroying a trout stream. Pockmarks of defunct mining projects across the strait demonstrate these failures and continue to represent an ongoing liability for our residents and sovereign tribal nations. Due to our history, many Montanans are rightfully skeptical of mining proposals. Mining must contend with certain safeguards in Montana, including an environmental rights provision written into our Constitution. Montana also has a ballot initiative process that we've used in the past for regulating hard rock mining, including a potential ballot initiative to protect the Smith River. Montana's Smith River flows 59 miles through a towering limestone canyon in central Montana. For that entire stretch, it doesn't have any public access points, and due to the largely undeveloped landscape, an excellent trout fishery, and a multi-day float opportunity, people from all across the world, about 10,000 folks, apply every year in a lottery in the hopes of being able to float down the river in some of Montana's wildest country. In 2015, an Australian mining corporation proposed a mine at the headwaters of Montana's Smith River, adjacent to and directly underneath Sheep Creek, and that's the Smith River's most important tributary. And we've been fighting this mine ever since. It is against this backdrop that a group of Montana citizens and organizations worked to pass a citizen-initiated ballot initiative, I-186. It would have required safeguards to prevent unnecessary impacts from mining by stopping what we call perpetual pollution, acid mine drainage. Acid mine drainage is an unfortunate common occurrence in Montana, both historically and in the current day, and has served as a death sentence for several of our rivers and streams. Sandfire took a high level of interest in I-186 due to its implications for the proposed mine, as the company has repeatedly acknowledged that the mine is being proposed in what we call a massive sulfide zone, which is the precursor to acid mine drainage. Sandfire donated $285,000 of Treasury money to campaign against I-186, even though it acknowledged that it did not have any sources of revenue in the United States and a cash flow of zero. Supporters of I-186 filed an FEC complaint in October of 2018, which was dismissed. Commenting on the dismissal, one of the commissioners expressed her alarm at her colleagues voting to allow such foreign interference in American political life. Following I-186, the Montana legislature tried to react, enacting a ban on foreign national contributions to candidate elections, but that fell short of contributions to ballot campaigns due to intense lobbying from the mining industry. The universe of fundraising available for corporate participation in our ballot initiative process is much, much broader than it needs to be, and the interest that those funds serve is often far-flung from the concerns of everyday Montanans. These folks don't need to drink the water or breathe the air in Montana. Thank you again for the opportunity to appear before the committee. I'm available for any questions you might have.